Okay, ETM is here with a special Asked and Answered segment. Today's Asked and Answered segment is based on a question that ETM Media posted to Quora users about the California Reparations Task Force. All right, the California Reparations Task Force is in session and considering public proposals on how to repair Black Americans. What would you propose?
All right, so one of the responses from, I don't know who this is, some engineer or something. Anyway, if you want to repair them, then educate them and tell them to work for a living instead of begging for handouts all the time. This is the most openly racist thing I have seen a politician do in a while. She believes Black people are incapable of learning. Oregon governor signs bill removing reading, writing, and math requirements for high school kids to help students of color.
Yeah, I think I responded to that question. I was like, when they're talking about students of color, they're probably talking about immigrants, not Black Americans. But what another response we got is from someone who lives in Northern California. So they're actually in California. California was never a slave state. California entered into the U.S. as a free state. Most, if not all, Blacks arrived in California as free persons to make a better life for themselves, like all other migrants to California.
Okay. Somebody who knows English. Well, good for you. I propose they ask every possible question every 6 months and insist on monthly family and wage reporting to keep them on the same leash as welfare. While African Americans will be collecting welfare from the state, Nigerians and Haitians will have good paying jobs, not reporting anything about their lives to anyone.
All right. And as we know, welfare is not reparations, so they need to get their facts straight. Next answer comes from someone, guide and writer in and on Europe and Japan. I would propose stop calling it reparations and rename it to a sort of program for Black America, or anything that cannot be explained as a reparation. Almost everything NARC proposes is acceptable, but the naming will make all the difference. For reparations to happen, firstly, someone has to admit a defeat. In this case, it's not a military defeat, but it's a defeat of an ideology. Somebody has to represent that ideology in present time and has to accept that the ideology is defeated. Secondly, once the reparation program would be commenced, and especially once it's completed, the room. And it looked like there was more.
Yeah, there was more, but anyway, we'll go on to the next one. Not that important. This person studied at School of Hard Knocks. Good for them. Sawing California off and let it fall in the ocean.
That's counterproductive. Okay. And this person lives in Dallas, Texas, but took the time to comment on what's going on out here in California with our reparations task force. So, this person who lives in Texas, I would propose over my dead body as a response. Thank God I do not live in the USSC, Union of Soviet States of California, as I will be preparing for revolution. Thomas Jefferson wrote about the occasional need to water the tree of liberty with the blood of tyrants and patriots alike. That is its natural manure.
Isn't that special?
Yeah.
All right, so I think this person lives in California. No one should get a free ride because of race, especially for past transgressions caused by people no longer alive. If it was to move forward, we'd have to decide who's black, who's not, what percentage are they African or descendants of slaves, who could prove it. Shouldn't other groups get reparations? Aren't they already being paid in welfare? Etc. It simply won't work and will only cause resentment and discontent. Sorry, no one rides for free.
Okay, what do we have here? Why work when the U.S. hands out free cash? Then we have a little meme here that says, "Hey Biden, when we getting another stimulus check? Can't buy a new iPhone 13 on those $500 kid credits."
Well, there you have it. I mean, so far, those have been some of the responses from the question that was posed on Quora. Yeah.
And if you have any questions that you would like answered, from the oppressive society or, anybody on Quora, matter of fact, you can select who you want to answer your question, and a lot of these people are supposed to be like economists and people who deal in social services and things like that. So I thought we'd get more productive answers. But if you have a question that you would like answered about reparations, please send it over to etmmediagroup@gmail.com, and we'll get it out there to the masses and see what kind of responses we get.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, just kind of quickly summarizing all this stuff. I mean, this is just the vitriol, the anti-blackness that still exists here in America precedes itself.
So we've got a lot of work to do, fam, getting people to understand what's going on, even what's going on with the reparations task force. I mean, the person who made the comment about California being a free state, not a slave state, if they would tune into some of these California reparations task force meetings, they would see the complicit and how culpable and complicit California has been in not only slavery, but continued subjugation of Black Americans.
Facts. And, we also have to realize that it's often said amongst our circles that this is actually a debt owed to people who were enslaved here in the United States of America. So yeah,
All
it's
right.
a debt, family. Gotta pay up.
Definitely a debt. Definitely needs to get paid.
All right. So on that note, see you next time.